Take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or allospirin, or if you've had angioedema. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto for heart failure.
That was great.
Entrust your heart to Entresto.
The beat goes on.
For over 30 years, Denver Mattress has been crafting factory-direct mattresses with innovative design and unrivaled quality, improving the sleeping lives of millions of people one night at a time. For a better tomorrow tonight, check out the Summit Queen, only $189.99. And save big on our entire lineup of Doctor's Choice mattresses. Or get a free $300 Furniture Row gift certificate when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic, plus 4 years no interest. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
3 steps, 30 minutes to the best skin of your life. Try Hydrofacial exclusively at Gallagher Spa at the Gunrunner Hotel in Florence. Soothing, refreshing, non-irritating, and immediately effective. Book your Hydrofacial at gunrunnerspa.com.
The UAH softball team is coming off a clean sweep of their home series with Lee, and the team slid up a couple spots in the latest NFCA poll. The Chargers climbed 2 spots in the national rankings, jumping to 14 in the Division II coaches poll. UAH is joined by 3 fellow GSC teams, as West Florida is number 2. Valdosta State is 9th. Which jumps into the rankings at 23. The Chargers are riding an 8-game winning streak and play next on Saturday in a 3-game series with West Georgia. The UAH baseball team went on the road for an 11-5 victory over Tusculum. The Chargers improved to 14-8 with the win, and they play next this weekend at West Georgia as well. And the 2018-2019 co-captains of the UAH hockey team have signed amateur tryout contracts with ECHL teams following this year's season. Hans Gorowski signed with the Adirondack Thunder, and Kurt Gosselin joined the Cincinnati Cyclones. The Chargers now have a total of 5 former players in the ECHL ranks. That's a look at sports. We'll see you back here tonight at 6 and 10.
New evidence prompted U.S. is grounding Boeing's 737 MAX planes. This move is an about-face from an earlier decision by the FAA to keep them in operation after Sunday's deadly crash in Ethiopia. Satellite data showed the flight track of Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302 very similar to the deadly Lion Air flight back in October. The president says it is Boeing's responsibility to figure out what, if anything, is wrong.
Hopefully they'll very quickly come up with the answer, but until they do, the planes are grounded.
Investigators say they still do not have any information from the crash plane's black box, but it is now being flown to France for analysis. Work is underway to build the ballpark where the Rocket City Trash Pandas will play in 399 days. As you pass by on the interstate, you can see how it's coming along. But do you ever wonder what's going on out on the grounds? WHNT News 19's Kristen Connor took a windy, hard-hat tour of the Town Madison property to explain what stadium features are already going up.
Team owner Ralph Nelson takes us for a closer look.
All right.
We drive along what will soon be past the outfield as workers carefully align steel beams for the stadium roof line in the distance. Social areas are planned.
Patios, party decks.
The rock porch, a bar off right field, is taking shape. And on the other side,
if you had seats right here, you would be looking straight at first base to the left field line.
A merchandise store will go here, and the home dugout area getting waterproofing treatment this week.
Ticket windows are there. The gate will be right around where that forklift is.
Further down, we see where the entrances and VIP areas will be. Fans will funnel in here.
When we designed this stadium, it was very important we had wide concourses.
You'll buy concessions and visit restaurants in this spot. You want some of them to be Alabama themed.
Absolutely. I mean, what's Alabama, right? So barbecue and great things like that.
Nelson says final tweaks to seating are still going on, like adding more to the popular stadium club area.
Without costing the city any more money, to adjust the plans to accommodate what we have found out our fans really want.
But even before the stadium is complete, tickets are going fast.
All the premium seats in the ballpark, the kind of extra special seats, they're all gone. Every one of them for the first 3 years.
Some box seats and reserve seats with general admission for the day of remain as we race toward opening day.
Right now, we're pretty much on schedule. But the weather's been a big hassle.
Day by day, the skyline will change, getting ready for that April 2020 season. In Madison, Kristen.
Oh, the Trash Pandas And his owner tells us that every day something new is going on to get ready for that first pitch. We do expect an announcement from the team about corporate partnerships in the next few weeks. All right, now we're going to hear.
It's very windy outside, gusts over 30 miles per hour, including out in Rainsville this morning. Temperatures are extremely warm in the upper 60s outside. Highs today in the mid-70s. Winds will be gusting all day. Currently sustained at 22 in Huntsville. Came in this morning with a 36-mile-per-hour wind gust at Huntsville International, now gusting to 30 miles per hour. Today we'll have some isolated showers early. A few already trying to sneak into North Alabama and southern Middle Tennessee. But the best chance for rainfall afternoon. And here's a look at our futurecast at 8 o'clock this morning. Again, a couple of ice. But around noontime, some of those heavier thunderstorms will be moving in across Alabama. This is 2 o'clock this afternoon. If you're in the Shoals, Colbert, Lauderdale, Franklin counties, if you're in Wayne and Lawrence County in southern Middle Tennessee, that's when your best chance for some severe thunderstorms will be. So again, we're talking 2 to 5 o'clock. Strong to severe thunderstorms moving in across northwest Alabama. Once we get in between 4 and 8 o'clock, that's when those heavier thunderstorms start pressing to the east, including the metro area, I-65, Madison, Lincoln County, Morgan counties. And then after that, once we get closer to 7, 8, 9 o'clock, that's when we're talking about Lookout Mountain and Sand Mountain. If you're in Albertville and Boaz, up Highway 75 and I-59, heavy thunderstorms in your neighborhood. Any of those could be severe with damaging winds and an isolated tornado. And once we get after midnight, all that moisture moves on out, making way for a decent Friday and the weekend, A-OK as well. 7-day rainfall potential. All this comes down today, and if you get a heavier downpour, you're going to get more than a half of an inch of rainfall. Today's rain chance is 60%, and then we are free and clear after that. High winds will be the main threat for today. Everything else basically in the... So for today, 74, windy with thunderstorms, rain ends tonight, turning cooler, down to 49 and only 58 degrees. Breezy and cooler coming up on Friday. 7-day extended forecast. There is your St. Patrick's Day forecast. 57 degrees. We'll be in the 60s next week, but check out the overnight lows. Lows in the 30s for a while.
All right, Dan. Well, some North Alabama teenagers got a big surprise Wednesday. Who stepped in to make their lives just a little bit better?
Run with us on the John Deere 3E tractor and add an attachment or two, because it's time to turn this land and everything on it, as far as the eye can see, into your land. Nothing runs like a Deere.
It's time to try green and run with a John Deere 3025E tractor and a loader for only $169 a month.
With every meal, there's a dish. But what happens to all that grease? It flows into your dishwasher, gumming up its performance. Add Finish dishwasher cleaner with your detergent to help dissolve this grease, so you're ready for your next meal. Finish dishwasher cleaner. Clean dishwasher, clean dishes.
It's cleaning season. This spring, take on even the grimiest messes with the power of Lysol. Kills 99.9% of germs.
Do you see leaks around your house? No, not that kind of leak. Leaks in your basement or even in your crawl space. When you see a leak, we can fix it in a week at Affordable Foundation and Home Repairs.
Leaks can do horrendous damage to your as fast as possible. When you see a leak, we can fix it in a week. The Leak Guys at Affordable Foundation and Home Repair. Call 256-773-2002.
When your bed looks like this, and does like this, don't dread the bed. Shop Shoemake's mattress selection. You can enjoy your sleep on a Simmons Beauty Rest. Or be sure to check out the Scott Living by Restonic. And for a great value, check out our private label by Eastman House. All of these are here for you to choose from. And all are on sale. Remember, when it's time to sleep, don't dread the bed. Only at Shoemake Furniture.
Tennessee Valley, some things just belong together. Peanut butter and jelly, rock and roll. Or how about Geico's great rates and a local agent? Your Geico local office is dedicated to giving you other great pairings as well. Competitive prices and personalized service. We can help save you time and money. We could even help you with auto and homeowners or renters insurance. For all your Geico discounts and a local agent you can trust, call us for a free quote today at 256-430-1600.
All right, looking live in Huntsville, and you can see there out of the middle of your screen the flags at Veterans Memorial Park whipping in the wind. Right now, not bad, except it's really breezy, but there is weather to watch today, and of course Ben Smith is keeping a close watch on that as we begin our Thursday in the Rocket City. Well, members of the Boys and Girls Clubs of North Alabama received a well-deserved surprise Wednesday. A newly renovated teen center courtesy of Aaron's. Associates repainted the walls, installed new electronics and appliances, and even moved in new furniture. The total investment around. Members of the Boys and Girls Club say Aaron's will never know how much this means.
This renovation enhances this place for us to grow as individuals, not just for me, but for other teams and for the future teams in Boys and Girls Club.
Boys and Girls Club renovation and nation. Good stuff there. All right, Ben, we have about 25 seconds left. Take us there with what's going on.
Well, afternoon and evening, there's a window between about 2 and about 11 o'clock tonight. Again, that's a 9-hour window from severe thunderstorms from the Shoals all the way over to Lookout Mountain. So today, windy, thunderstorms, gusts over 30 miles per hour. We'll be talking about that timeline all day. Definitely stay weather aware for your Thursday.
My joints, they hurt.
The pain and swelling.
The psoriasis.
Cosentyx treats more than just the joint pain of active psoriatic arthritis. It even helps stop further joint damage. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentyx. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor about an infection or symptoms. If your inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop or worsen, or if you've had a vaccine or plan to, serious allergic reactions may occur. Get real relief with Cosentyx.
I wanted more from my COPD medicine. That's why I've got the power of 1, 2, 3 medicines in Trelegy. The only FDA-approved 3-in-1 COPD treatment.
Trelegy, the power of 1, 2, 3. Trelegy, 1, 2, 3. Trelegy.
With Trelegy and the power of 1, 2, 3, I'm breathing better. Trelegy works 3 ways: to open airways, keep them open, and reduce inflammation for 24 hours of better breathing.
Trelegy won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Trelegy is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Do not take Trelegy more than prescribed. Trelegy may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Think your COPD medicine is doing enough? Maybe you should think again. Ask your doctor about once daily Trelegy and a power of 1, 2, 3.
Trelegy, 1, 2, 3.
Save at Trelegy.com.
You're not prepared for serious injuries, but we are. The law firm of Sinyard, Timberlake & Lee, collecting millions for injured people. If you're injured, we can help.
Tracker boats are America's #1 selling fishing boats. Recognized for excellence in customer satisfaction by owners for 7 consecutive years. And backed by the Tracker Promise, the best factory warranty in aluminum boats. Tracker, America's #1 selling aluminum fishing boats.
More almonds in your bowl with crispy, nutty sole. Now that's what you get.
Have you tried it yet?
It's Honey Butter.
For a limited time only.
Apple CarPlay and Honda Sensing in the all-new Accord.
You're watching North Alabama's news leader. WHNT News 19 this morning starts now.
Good morning. It is 5 o'clock on Thursday, March the 14th. I'm Steve Johnson.
And I'm Kelly Vaughn. Melissa Riapka has the morning off. But here's what's in your news feed this morning.
Well, the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency has issued a missing child alert for Paxton Marie Glenn. What app she was using before she disappeared. And when it comes to health care, it is advised to get at least a yearly checkup, but for people in rural areas, it can be hard to find health care. What programs are being implemented to help?
And whether you're ready or not, self-driving cars are coming sooner than you think. What people say about giving up control behind the wheel. Well, meteorologist Ben Smith joins us now. You've been tracking these storms all morning. What can people expect when they head out the door?
Well, this morning it's really windy outside. You probably heard the wind overnight. Probably didn't get much sleep last night. I thought I was going to lose a couple of shingles or something, but it wasn't that windy. But we're talking some wind gusts over 30 today. A couple of isolated showers, but the best chance of rainfall will be later on this afternoon through the evening. Damaging winds the main threat. And then the weekend looks good. It'll be cooler, though. There's a look at downtown Florence. It is 70 degrees this morning. South wind at 17, already gusting to 29 miles per hour at Northwest Alabama Regional Airport. 64 in Fayetteville, Meridianville, 65, low 60s for Fort Payne, and how about 63 in Albertville? There are those sustained winds at 21 miles per hour in Huntsville. Currently, we've had some wind gusts in and around 30 at Huntsville International, and that's going to be the case all day today. There's a wind advisory up for everybody through 7 o'clock. And out at the bus stop, very windy, 65 degrees, and there will be some isolated showers around out ahead of the main frontal boundary. You can see a few of these tiny showers trying to pop up in Coleman County near Arab. Look at the heavy thunderstorms going on right now across central Arkansas down into Texas and Louisiana. Severe thunderstorm warnings going on right now. There is a severe thunderstorm watch up for northern Louisiana, and that's the system that's going to be tracking to our east, and again, making its way into the Tennessee Valley later on today. 70 at noon, 74 degrees at 3 o'clock. Everybody has a chance for a severe thunderstorm. There is an enhanced risk for severe thunderstorms for us in the Tennessee Valley for today. Damaging winds. Flooding, not really a big concern this time. Maybe an isolated tornado. We'll talk much more about the timeline for that coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Ben, thank you. Well, the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency has issued a missing child alert for a teenager out of Madison County.
14-year-old Paxton Marie Glenn was last seen wearing gray or black sweatpants and carrying a light blue backpack. And weighs 90 pounds. Cameras at Sparkman High School show Paxton getting into a blue van with an unknown driver on Tuesday. Now, she doesn't have a cell phone, but her parents say she's been using other people's phones to talk to people on Snapchat without their permission. Paxton's family says she's been troubled recently, and their worst fear is that someone is preying on her vulnerability.
If you know where Paxton is or have any information, please call the Madison County Sheriff's Office. Well, the DeKalb County Coroner's Office has confirmed the body found in Morgan's Cove is missing 18-year-old Coy Spears. Spears had been missing since February the 22nd. That's when his Jeep was swept away in floodwaters. The two other passengers in the vehicle at the time were rescued. They were found clinging to a tree in the South Saudi Creek. Crews and volunteers had searched for weeks for Spears by foot, by drone, boat, and helicopter. Their efforts were delayed multiple times because of rising floodwaters and inclement weather. On Tuesday, state troopers responded to Morgan's Cove on Gunnersville Lake. That's when fishermen found a body in the water. The body was found about 1.5 miles from where Spears was last seen. However, there was still no sign of the Jeep.
And happening today, Coleman Regional Medical Center is offering free heart screenings. According to the American Heart Association, cardiovascular disease in the U.S. accounts for over 836,000 deaths, which is about 1 in every 3 deaths. Now, the screenings include a lipid panel, body mass index, an EKG, blood pressure check, and an ABI screening, as well as a bone density screening. Now, the screening opens at 7 a.m. and lasts until 3 p.m. Just call the number on your screen to schedule an appointment. Well, access to medical care is something that everyone needs.
Yeah, but for many people in Alabama, it can be very difficult to come by. WHNT News 19's Jordan Daphnis joins us live with more information about the state of health care.
By HPSA standards, the state of Alabama only needs a total of 96 more physicians to fill the needs of Alabamians. The key factor is getting those physicians in the right places. This map by Alabama Public Health shows in pink the areas that are considered underserved in our state. As you can see, most of the map is pink, meaning people there lack the proper number of physicians to take care of them. According to medical care standards set by the federal government, the medical care needs to be within a 30-minute drive time for patients. So the boundaries of the service area are not divided by county, but by drive time. And there should be one physician for every 3,500 patients. Dr. Bill Coleman of UAB School of Medicine has been researching rural health for over a decade. He says there are other factors too. For example, communities with more children or more elderly people who would need more physicians than a middle-aged community.
Alabama has one of the lowest healthcare statistics in the United States. We need to do everything we can to improve the health care for both rural and urban patients. But our rural patients feel this the most because, and data has shown, the major reason that rural people don't have good health care is not having access to a family physician or a primary care physician.
And there are some programs in place, and I'll share one of those programs with you coming up at 6. In Huntsville, Jordan Daphnis, WHNT News 19.
Thanks, Jordan. Well, several people around Huntsville and Madison are wondering what to do now that a medical supply store abruptly closed. All-Star Medical on US 72 in Madison is now out of business. A few months ago, the store announced it was combining its locations into the Madison store. Next-door neighbors tell WHNT News 19 the workers left around 2 months ago, around the time owner Phil Garman passed away. In a Facebook post, a former employee says there are no plans to reopen. Many customers who say they've paid for products that are in the store, and others who want their medical records are unsure what to do.
What do I go back to my doctor with and say what to do here, what to do there? And I mean, I'm lost, is what it boils down to.
According to court records, Garman filed for bankruptcy in northern Alabama last year, saying his financial troubles were caused by cuts in reimbursements from Medicare and other insurance companies. Well, as you head out the door this morning, you'll feel lots of wind. Some storms are brewing.
Yeah, just look at those flags blowing. Meteorologist Ben Smith is tracking the weather. He'll have details on when it will get here and how bad it might be. Next.
Being a working mom with 2 kids, I'm on the go a lot. What I like about Walton's is that I know my family can get the well need and the food that they want.
On the corner of Whitesburg and Airport, Huntsville.
Experience Gallagher Spa, now open in downtown Florence. A full-service med spa surrounded by the unique luxury of the Gunrunner Boutique Hotel. Physician-owned with certified specialists and Shoals Hospitality. Book now at gunrunnerspa.com.
If you love the savory taste of sausage, you're going to love this savory deal. Enjoy a sausage patty sizzled to perfection in a toasty English muffin, a buttery biscuit, or sweet and fluffy McGriddles. Your choice for just $1 each. Get a sausage McMuffin, sausage biscuit, or sausage McGriddles for just $1 each. Hot and tasty, fast and easy. That's breakfast at McDonald's.
The Rooms to Go Anniversary Sofa Sale is going on now through Tuesday. The perfect time to save. Rooms to Go Sofa is on sale. Get great savings on fabric sofas, plush leather sofas, reclining sofas, sleeper sofas, and sectional. Any sofa you see has been reduced to a shocking low price. Remember, opportunities like this don't happen every day. So shop the Rooms to Go Anniversary Sofa Sale now through Tuesday. Every sofa is on sale.
If you or a loved one have ever worked around asbestos, those products may have caused an undiagnosed lung injury. Exposure to asbestos from the 1950s to the 1980s have caused breathing problems for those directly exposed and for their families. Call Environmental Litigation Group now to set up your free asbestos screening. 1-800-55-TOXIC. An estimated $30 billion has been set aside for asbestos victims. Valuable settlement monies could be yours and may not require filing a lawsuit.
Want smoother looking skin without surgery? Want and wrinkles injectables? Gallagher Spa in downtown Florence is your new source for Botox and other injectables to help you look like the best version of yourself. Book your appointment now at gunrunnerspa.com.
Customers say that the turnip greens are made the way they should be made. Cook them, wash them again, and then we finish the cooking process to serve to you hot on your plate. Come to Walton's today and try the turnip greens. You won't be
I tell you, that's some great music to start the morning. And here at 5:10, look at the traffic coming into Huntsville on Chapman Mountain. I think folks are ready to get to work, get started on this Thursday morning. Trying to hurry the weekend along, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm with them.
Unfortunately, we have to get through today's weather to get there.
Yeah, we're watching develop. Expect as people.
Very windy outside. Temperatures are in the 60s and a couple of isolated showers, but by far the best chance of rainfall gets in here. And right now, temperatures are in the 67 degrees in Huntsville. We are seeing a wind gust of 21 to about 30 miles per hour across the Tennessee Valley, 70 in the Shoals, 65 degrees in Meridianville, and low 60s over in Fort Payne. Look at the wind gusts for today. 10 o'clock, 31 miles per hour. Same thing by noon. We'll have a 30 mile per hour gust at 1 o'clock. And even though it's down to 24 by 7, once we get some of those heavier thunderstorms in here, we could still have some wind gusts over 30 miles per hour. A couple tiny showers sneaking into North Alabama this morning. If you're traveling on, say, Highway 231 near Lacey Spring down towards, say, Union Grove and Arab, you may see some showers around Baileyton, and those are pressing up to the north. So Owens Crossroads, New Hope along 431. Don't be so shocked if you see a couple small showers early this morning. Mid-70s for today. Thunderstorm chances at 60%. Now, here's a look at the timeline. 2 to 5 o'clock for West Alabama, Colbert, Lauderdale, Franklin counties. If you're in Lawrence County, Wayne counties, and southern middle Tennessee. 4 to 8 o'clock for Madison County, Lincoln County, down into Fayetteville or down into Decatur and Coleman. And then 6 to 11 o'clock for Fort Payne, Scottsboro, Albertville, Boaz, Lookout Mountain, Sand Mountain later on the day. Once we get rid of the rainfall, looks good for St. Patrick's Day. 57 degrees under a partly sunny sky.
Well, we're no stranger to severe weather and its aftermath in North Alabama. Our chief meteorologist, Jason Simpson, was one of 5 meteorologists across the country who was asked to share some of his most memorable moments during severe weather coverage.
I want you to check out Jason's story and the compelling stories of the other meteorologists on the new podcast, Tornado Alert, Emotional Terror. You can listen to it on iTunes or Spotify, but really, the easiest way to find it is to head over to WHNT.com, and we will have a link there for you.
Well, we in Alabama are still dealing with the fallout from the March 3rd tornadoes, and people in our community are stepping up where they can to help. Now, the group Tennessee Valley Jeeps collected supplies to bring to Auburn to help with tornado recovery efforts. And the group ended up collecting over $4,000 worth of supplies. They were donated from the community and also included tornado buckets that were donated by Home Depot. Now, they filled up 3 Jeeps worth and a trailer full of supplies, and they were able to bring food, clothing, pet food, and hygiene products to people impacted by the. They dropped off their haul at the First United Church in Opelika.
Well, the future is here. Well, almost here. As more car manufacturers are automating driving features to their vehicles, they're a step closer to creating a fully self-driving car. How soon that might actually be on the road? Next.
Don't buy used. Choose a Woody Anderson Ford Fiesta at a used car price. Not $16,000, now just $12,499. And with generous financing and credit forgiveness, you'll see why folks keep coming back. Woody Anderson Ford, home of the 5-star experience.
At Weathermark Keith, we've been fighting for those injured by distracted drivers for a long time. The road belongs to everyone. If you've been harmed by a distracted driver, let us go to work for you.
Call Weathermark Keith because your case matters. WKFirm.com.
Finding your perfect RV can feel overwhelming with so many choices and options. What is the best fit for your needs and lifestyle? You could spend days visiting multiple RV dealers, or you could make one stop at Bankston Motorhomes. We'll help you get over the overwhelmed and into the RV of your dreams with 5 convenient locations to serve you. Give us a call or visit us and find the perfect RV for your travel lifestyle today.
The only way to go is
just got a quote to get my crawl space encapsulated, and it's going to cost over $15,000.
$1,000? Well, I'm glad you called Southern Crawl Space. We can treat it for a fraction of that cost.
Call the professionals at Southern Crawl Space and ask them about Watson Seal. Southern Crawl Space actually treats the wood in your crawl space so it's airtight and waterproof. And with Watson Seal's 30-year transferable warranty, you can rest easy knowing that your home is protected.
Y'all check us out at southerncrawlspace.com. And don't forget to like us on Facebook.
Southern Kitchens. Always handmade, always fresh, and always with a buttered biscuit. Introducing Jack's Big Southern Meal Deals, starting at just $4.99. 2 pieces of fresh, never frozen fried chicken, 3 hand-breaded chicken tenders, or our new Southern Fried Catfish. Served with 2 delicious sides and a buttermilk biscuit. The taste of Southern Kitchens, starting at just $4.99. South.
After an accident, you need Wedemark Keith. Trucking companies can bully you into a low settlement. Wedemark Keith is well versed in laws governing the trucking business and has the experience to win your case.
Call Wedemark Keith, WKFirm.com.
Woody Anderson Ford's 7-seat Explorer is loaded with technology and ready for springtime adventure. Hurry in for $3,000 bonus cash, or 0 for 60, or lease for $309. Woody Anderson Ford, unbeatable.
All right, it is 5:16. It is Thursday, and it is a day to think about the weather all day.
Yeah, we didn't. Hopefully, we soaked in that warm weather we had yesterday because it's changing.
It's going to be a long time before we get a sunny day with temperatures in the 70s. Today it's going to be warm, but heavy thunderstorms headed our way by the afternoon and evening, including down in Albertville. There's 431. Looking back toward the southeast, 63 degrees up on Sand Mountain. Southeast wind at 10 miles per hour. And honestly, 10, that's one of the lower readings as far as the winds this morning. 67 in Huntsville, 65 Meridianville, 70 in the Shoals already. And there are those winds right now sustained at 21 in Huntsville and 17 over in the Shoals. And those gusts have been over 30 miles per hour. And that's going to be the case all day, that wind advisory up until 7 o'clock. A couple of small showers sneaking through DeKalb County, Marshall County for this morning. And again, don't be the showers sneak in through the morning and early afternoon before the main frontal boundary heads our way by later on. Here is our futurecast. And again, a couple of isolated showers early, but once we get to that 2 o'clock time frame, you can see how heavy thunderstorms move in across northwest Alabama. Could we get some type of tornado watch out for us? It's a possibility. So again, 2 to 5 o'clock, that's the window for some heavy thunderstorms across west Alabama. Now, once we get into 4 o'clock, you can already see some heavier thunderstorms pressing into Lincoln County, Madison County, and into Coleman County. That's when the window starts for our location here along I-65, the metro area, between 4 and about 8 o'clock. Heavy thunderstorms pressing on through. And once we get to 6 and 7 o'clock, that's when heavier thunderstorms press eastward, including DeKalb County, Marshall County, Jackson County. If you're up on Sand Mountain section over towards Scottsboro, heavy thunderstorms in your location, and any of those could produce some damaging winds and an isolated tornado. Once we get after midnight, everything should be free and clear. A couple of leftover small showers, not that big a deal. Now, futurecast rainfall totals highly dependent on who gets the heavier rainfall. If you get a heavy thunderstorm, which you probably will, we get some inch of rainfall or so. By far, the storm threats, the best one right now is damaging winds. So for today, 74, 49, turning colder behind our frontal boundary, and only 58 degrees, breezy and cooler for Friday. 7-day forecast. St. Patrick's Day looks good at 57, but getting ready for several nights with lows in the 30s.
All right, Ben, a bomb cyclone is bearing down on the Midwest this morning, called a bomb cyclone because the barometric pressure dropped so quickly and so much and made the storm a lot stronger. In any case, it's stranding hundreds of drivers in the Denver area. Firefighters freed drivers who were stuck in the snow as wind gusts neared 100 miles an hour. That's the strongest in decades. Ice and low visibility shut down every runway at Denver's airport yesterday, and a line stretched through the airport as more than 1,000 flights were left canceled.
I'm stuck here with 2 small children, and I don't know when I'll get home.
20 states were under a high wind alert. Further south, the bomb cyclone, of course, roared strong winds across the Texas Panhandle, flipping semi-trucks onto their sides as well as mobile homes. And in New Mexico, a 26-car train 26 cars thrown from the tracks by the high wind. 4 members of a family, including a toddler, were aboard a small plane that crashed in Illinois Tuesday. It took off from Mobile. A warning light came on and a malfunction caused oil to cover the windshield, making it hard for the pilot to see. The plane then... The family, as I said, which included a toddler, the mother, and grandparents, were taken to the hospital, but they are alive. They had undisclosed injuries. Time now for an update on your First Alert Traffic Report. A live look at Governor's Drive in Huntsville. And unfortunately, a crash to tell you about. It's on 72 eastbound at Moores Mill Road in Huntsville.
And another crash is on 72 westbound at Providence Main Street in Huntsville. Expect some delays as crews work to clear the areas. Now, before you leave the house, check our Twitter feed for traffic updates. If you see anything while you're on the road, tweet us once you get to your destination at WHMT. Well, automakers are working to get self-driving cars road ready. Now, while some people are ready for the technology, most are not.
Yeah, a new AAA study shows 71% of American drivers say they would be afraid to ride in a fully self-driving vehicle. One reason might be the number of high-profile autonomous vehicle accidents in the last year, but they also think that's going to change. Okay, as you see, 71% will be afraid to ride in a fully autonomous vehicle. As right now, the autopilot feature on a Tesla is the closest thing on the market to a self-driving car, since it allows the car to steer and brake by itself.
Several other automakers and tech companies are planning to roll out autonomous vehicles in the next few years. Well, I'm ready for that personally.
The Auburn men's basketball team plays their first game of the SEC tournament today, but they'll be missing a piece of their program for the matchup. We'll tell you who the Tigers are losing next in sports.
I'm attorney Charles Pittman. When you've been hurt in a car wreck, call us first. The call is free, the consultation is free, and the advice is free. And it can mean the difference between getting a tiny check or getting a big check. Call